The eviction notice felt like a punch to the gut. I stood there, the flimsy paper trembling in my hand, a symbol of my utter failure. My world was crumbling. Despair threatened to swallow me whole. But even in the deepest darkness, a tiny spark of hope flickered within. I refused to let the darkness extinguish it. I would fight. I would rise.
From darkness to light.
The months that followed were a blur of struggle and uncertainty. I was living a nightmare. Every day was a battle against mounting debt, dwindling options, and the crushing weight of despair. The eviction notice was just the beginning. Soon, I was struggling to put food on the table. I felt like I was drowning, gasping for air in a sea of hopelessness. Giving up felt like the easiest option, but something deep inside me refused to surrender.
The abyss stares back.
The shame was unbearable. I couldn't face my friends, couldn't bear their pitying glances. Isolation became my new normal. The walls of my tiny apartment felt like they were closing in, suffocating me with their silent judgment. I was trapped in a prison of my own making. One bleak morning, as I stared numbly at my reflection, a stranger with haunted eyes and a defeated slump, my phone buzzed. It was a text from an old friend.
Just checking in, it read. Remember, you are stronger than you think.
Simple words, but they struck a chord deep within me. That message, a lifeline tossed into the abyss of my despair, ignited a spark of defiance. I would not be defined by this moment. I would rise again. This wasn't just a message, it was a call to action. I clung to those words like a drowning man to a raft. They reminded me that I was not alone, that someone believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself. Hope, once a faint flicker, began to burn brighter.
A glimmer in the darkness.
My journey back from the brink was arduous, marked by setbacks and triumphs in equal measure. But through it all, I held fast to three fundamental truths that became my guiding principles, my laws of unshakable hope.
The Phoenix Principle. Just like the mythical bird that rises from its ashes, we all have the inherent capacity to overcome adversity and emerge stronger. Oprah Winfrey, abandoned and abused as a child, rose to become a media mogul, proving that our past does not define our future.
The 1% rule: small, consistent steps, even as small as 1% improvement each day, compound over time to create remarkable results.
J.K. Rowling's manuscript for Harry Potter was rejected by 12 publishers before finding a home. Her persistence, her unwavering belief in her story, eventually brought magic to millions worldwide.
The legendary blueprint. Every challenge we overcome becomes a stepping stone, a brick in the foundation of our resilience. Michael Jordan, famously cut from his high school basketball team, used that rejection as fuel, pushing himself to become one of the greatest basketball players of all time. His story reminds us that our greatest setbacks can often lead to our greatest triumphs.
These laws became my mantra, my daily affirmation. They reminded me that even in the face of overwhelming odds, hope, coupled with action, could move mountains. It wasn't an overnight transformation. It was a gradual climb, a series of small victories that fueled my spirit and propelled me forward. Slowly but surely, I started to rebuild my life. I found a new job, a stepping stone on the path to financial stability.
The eviction notice, once a symbol of failure, became a reminder of resilience, a testament to the ability to rise above adversity.
The shame started to dissipate, replaced by a quiet sense of pride. I had stared into the abyss and emerged stronger, braver, more determined than ever before. The experience had been a crucible, forging within me an unyielding spirit, an unshakable belief in my own strength. Today, as I walk past that old apartment building, the scene of my darkest hour, I no longer feel a sense of dread or shame. Instead, I feel a surge of gratitude.
Gratitude for the lessons learned, for the strength discovered, for the unwavering hope that guided through the storm.
The experience, once a source of immense pain, has become a wellspring of wisdom, a testament to the indomitable spirit that resides within us all. Never lose hope. These are not mere words, but a lifeline, a beacon in the darkest of times. Hope is not passive. It is a call to action, a catalyst for change. Embrace the power of hope. Embrace the journey with all its twists and turns. For it is in our struggles that we discover our true strength. It is in our darkest hours that we find the courage to rise, to rebuild, and to ultimately achieve greatness.
The journey may be long, but the reward is immeasurable. Remember, you are stronger than you think, you are braver than you believe, and you are capable of achieving more than you can